Hello everyone, welcome to Sentence Diagramming 101. This video is about exercise 5A. We are going to deal with the gerund. So we have to figure out what our words are doing and then we're going to diagram them. So let's get in here. We have considering Nikki as a playboy initially prevents Terry from getting close. Well, from getting close is a prepositional phrase, and then as a playboy is also a prepositional phrase. This one tells me where, so it's an adverb. This one tells me about the considering. How is he? It tells me how, right? How is he considering? So adverb as well. Considering Nikki is my subject, made up of a gerund, and then the object of the gerund, Nikki. And then initially tells me when, so that's an adverb. Prevents is my verb. And then prevents what? Prevents Terry, blah, 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 from doing the things. Okay, so we have our subject is going to be considering, and then we're considering what? Nikki, object of the gerund, and then we're considering him as a playboy. So a playboy. So it's not Nikki as a playboy, right? It's considering as a playboy. And then we will be preventing, and it prevents when initially. And then it prevents what? It prevents Terry. And then it prevents Terry from getting close, so making it an adverb. Adverbs always go under your verb. And it prevents him from getting, and then getting where? Getting close. So close is an adverb, so it goes under the line. And that's number one. Okay, number two. The two are caught spending time together. So two is my subject, are caught is my verb. What are they caught doing? Spending time together, direct object. Spending is a gerund, time is the object of the gerund. Together tells me how they are spending that time. How is an adverb. Oh, and the is an adjective. Okay, so let's see. We have two, and then we have the two. And what are they? They are caught. Oh, they are caught. And they're caught doing what? Caught spending. And then what are they spending? Time. And then they're spending it together. So it's not time together, it's spending together. So together is an adverb telling me about that gerund, spending. Now moving on to number three. We have Nikki and Terry go swimming at the same time. At the same time, prepositional phrase. Tells me when, so it's acting as an adverb. And then this is my subject, compound subject, and then they go, and where do they go? They go swimming. So swimming is the gerund here. So we're gonna have technical pen issues first. Now we're gonna have Nikki and Terry, and then we're gonna join the rocket ship together with a little dotted line. And you can write that vertically if you can manage. My handwriting is not going to allow that to happen. All right, so what do? They go, and then where do they go? They go swimming. And then when do they go? They go at the same time. So time, same. And oh, I forgot my the same time. Okay. So that is number two. Now we're into that's number three. Whew, I can count. Now we're into number four. Docking at a port in France allows Nikki quality time with his grandma. Okay, so prepositional phrase happens to have a positive here at the end, renaming the grandma. Come on. But it's what kind of time, right? It's time with his grandma, so that's an adjective telling me about that grandma time. What kind of quality time, or which quality time? Quality is describing time, making an adjective. But let's go up here. All right, this whole thing is my subject, docking at a port in France, but docking is the gerund, and then the rest of these are prepositional phrases. Docking at a port's an adverb telling me where, but then in France is actually an adjective because it tells me which port. So we have that whole thing, subject, allows what? Allows quality time. That's my direct object, making Nikki the indirect. So we have a stiviodo here. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this. I need a lot of room because I know that I'm going to have docking. I'm going to make this up high, right? Because, oof, come on, pen. because we are docking. That is terrible. All right. Well, we are docking at a port, and then it is a port in France. It's which port, right? Okay, and all of that allows what for that time? It allows for the quality time, and it allows for the quality time with grandma. So I'm just gonna write, oh, there we go, with grandma, and then grandma's Janu, so I'm gonna put that in the positive parentheses, and then it's his grandma, so put that there. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, Nikki. Nikki is the indirect, so Nikki goes here. Yay! All right, Nikki studied painting in school. In school is the preposition, tells me where he studied, right? Adverb, and then we've got subject Nikki. What did he do? Transitive verb, and what did he study? Painting, direct object. Happens to be a gerund. Okay, so we have Nikki here. He studied a thing. What was it? That thing was painting. Now, the in school, remember, is an adverb, tells me where he studied. So it's not that he studied painting in school, like what happens when you paint when you are at school. It's that he studied in school the subject of painting. So that's why it's an adverb and not an adjective. He didn't just study paintings that were created during school, because that would be weird. All right. What about number 6? Nikki gives a painting to his grandma. So to his grandma is a prepositional phrase here. It tells me where that painting went. Adverb. And then we've got Nikki is my subject. He's doing a thing. What is he doing? Oh, he's giving a painting. And then A is an adjective. Okay. So, oh, and painting is gerund. So we have Nikki. He's given a thing. What is he given? He's given that painting. Excuse me. And then it is a painting. And then where is he giving it? To grandma. So that goes under the verb because it is an adverb. All right, I'm going to scoot us up here a little bit so we have more room to do the last 4. Okay, leaving grandma's house makes them sad. So that whole thing at the beginning is my subject. It makes what? Makes them. So that's my object. And then sad is telling me about this them here, making it the object complement. Leaving grandma's house, leaving is a gerund. House is the object of the gerund. And then the and grandma are both adjectives. My pen is in a fight. You know why? Sometimes it works just fine. Other times it's like, no, I'm not doing the things. All right, so leaving what? We're leaving the house. We know that it's the house, and we know that it's grandma's house. I've just started writing Gmas. You would write out grandma's because you would do this and have more space and a fully cooperative pen. All right, so it makes what? It makes them, and then object complement makes them sad. All right. Before leaving, Terry and Nikki schedule a meeting on top of the Empire State Building. So we have of the Empire State Building, on top, before leaving. We got a lot of prepositional phrases here, which leaves us Terry and Nikki. So that's my subject. What are they doing? They are scheduling a thing. What are they scheduling? A meeting. Meeting is gerund. Oh, and then leaving is also a gerund. Object of the preposition before. Before leaving tells us when, adverb. On top tells us where, adverb. Of the Empire State Building actually goes with the top. So that's actually an adjective. Which top? The top of the Empire State Building. Okay, so we have Terry. And we have Nikki. And we're going to rocket ship and then an and. All right, so what do? Whoosh, they schedule. And then what do they schedule? They schedule a meeting. That's a meeting. Okay, now before leaving tells us when, so we know that's going to go here. Before. And then we have our gerund stand before leaving. And then we know that it was scheduled for a place, and that place was on top. And then we're like, on top of what? Of the Empire State Building. I'm just going to do ESB here because I'm going to run out of room. It is a proper noun, so you're allowed to jam that thing all together. teaching kids becomes Terry's job. So this is my subject. Becomes what? Becomes the thing, the job, and then Terry's is an adjective. This is a gerund. Kids is the object of the gerund. It's the OG. All right, so we've got teaching. Teaching what? Teaching those kids. And then that becomes verb, becomes the thing, becomes the job. What kind of job? Terry's job. Okay. Nikki begins earning money. So Nikki begins doing a thing. That thing is the object, happens to be a gerund. Money, object of the gerund. These are easy at the end. All right. Nikki begins what? He begins earning. When I do the easy ones, my pen doesn't fight. It only fights on the rough ones. Sorry about that. All right, but we're done. And that is exercise 5A, gerunds. If you want neater versions, remember there is the answer key that has visuals, right? Prettier ones, not handwritten, so you can see all the spacing and all the words a little bit more clearly.